January me has no idea what's about to happen. I can't even accurately describe 2020. It's been a surreal year for nearly everybody. In January, I felt stuck. All my life, I've done the right thing. I did well in high school, graduated from college with honors, and immediately started my career. People told me I'd be a great teacher, so that's what I became. I realized too late that it was never my idea to be a teacher at all. During my years at college, I never felt sure about teaching, but any alternatives I could think of seemed impossible. Become a writer? There's no way I could do that. I need to pick something safe. What would people think if I tried something risky and was bad at it? I couldn't handle the uncertainty. 2 years later, in January 2020, I was frustrated and thoroughly exhausted. I loved the kids I taught, but it felt like 90% of our time was spent teaching them how to pass a test, and it felt so hollow. A sick feeling sat in my stomach as I realized the job I had studied and trained for years was making me miserable. I couldn't get myself to do much after work. My brain felt numb. I didn't feel like myself. I had no energy to be myself. So, I quit. Once I submitted my resignation, I felt a little bit lighter. Not once did I feel sad or start to regret my decision. I only wished I had listened to my gut sooner. I started looking for my next job, open to any possibilities. And then the global pandemic hit. I was out of town visiting family when businesses began closing down one after another. There was one upside for me personally. Teaching moved to online. I still had half a semester of teaching to get through, so this was kind of a lucky break for me. Quarantine gave me time. Time to go for walks, time to listen to podcasts, time to think and reflect. I felt afraid and everyone else was on edge, but after 2 years of feeling so completely busy and exhausted by teaching, I needed that rest. I started to feel like myself again. I was motivated. I wanted to do things, to change things. I started learning about storytelling and video editing and felt a new sense of creative energy. And then came May. In May, I got a text message and a phone call that shook up some of the foundational aspects of my life. Mental illness had crept in and taken hold of someone important in my life, so much that their reality did not match anyone else's. That afternoon and the days after were pure chaos and hurt and confusion. I did everything I could, but nothing was getting through. Everything was falling deeper into this black hole that had been quietly lurking for so long. The next couple of months were hard, and then better, and then really hard again. It wasn't only an important relationship that I lost, but parts of my own identity. Being in your 20s is like unraveling a ball of tangled yarn, trying to figure out what molded you into that shape and what you truly are beneath it all. Some things that I had assumed would always be there were gone. My perspective was forced to shift and realign to this new world where nothing was certain. I wasn't sure who I was anymore. I had quit my job that I spent 4 years in college studying for and 2 years working at. I had lost core relationships that I thought would always be there. The world around me was going up in flames, literally and figuratively. But in that deep sense of loss, my identity became clear and simple. I'm a human being who is trying her best. I'm not the little Christian girl I was growing up, and I'm not the insecure, unsure girl I was in college. Nothing in life is certain, and that's actually totally okay. The sun still rises every morning. People laugh. Music is made. I feel less certain about the future than ever before. But there is a freedom there. I started making videos, something I've thought about doing for so many years. I never did it before because I was too afraid to be bad at something. I was afraid that if I put out a video and it didn't get many views, that somehow my value as a human would be affected. But that's not how it works. It's not even about that at all. Creativity and this need to express something that isn't easily articulated, we do that because we're human, because we want so badly to belong to something greater than ourselves. And I was denying myself that expression because I was worried about the opinion of strangers. 2020 took a lot away from me, but it has given me some clarity. I know there are a few things I can no longer give a shit about. Being perfect, censoring myself to fit someone else's expectations, and being bad at things. I also know there are some things I need to give more of a shit about. Honoring the person I am, building meaningful relationships, and pursuing acts of creative expression. I'm not saying I have it all figured out now. Hell, I'm saying no one does. But maybe that's the whole point.